Hi, everybody. This is so unexpected, but here I am, and I am live, obviously. Um, it has been forever. I'm honestly not even expecting a ton of people to show up. Nobody will probably even be here, but I figured I did give a heads up earlier today, letting you guys know. Sometime I think it was like in the morning. I don't know if it was at midnight or whatnot, but I did let you guys know that I would be going live. Just didn't know when. But today, the big 2-1. So, um, didn't live it up. um, I stayed at home for most of the day, and I went to Kohl's and went to Best Buy. I went to buy a phone case, and I bought some shoes, and I basically just hanged out at the house. Hung out at the house, I should say. Proper grammar. Thank you. But hopefully you guys are getting the notifications. I'm curious if it's on my channel. Well, it does show me. It shows my live stream. So, let's see. Maybe, just maybe, it's not updating the chat. Well, hello, unknown. Welcome to my live stream. How are you? Thank you for being here. I do have a little bit of cake. It's a 2-layer cream cheese with raspberry filling cake. So good. Let me see if I can get a picture of it. Aha. This is what my cake looked like. Yeah. So, good. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I had posted on Instagram, and a lot of the people that I work with replied, and I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was very surprised with the amount of people that told me happy birthday, and I'm very thankful for it. Um, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody on Instagram, if they want to come, I'm gonna post it. Right. Live on the YouTube. Link in description. You usually get a plain white cake and you don't know what's inside? So do they surprise you, or do you do mainly like maybe chocolate or like cherry? I usually do cherry. This year I actually did raspberry and cream cheese instead of cherry and cream cheese. Dude, that sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. I customize my cake. I go to my local Albertsons, and they they pretty much make the cakes really good. I don't know why, but the past 2 years that I've been making it, I only customize my cake with them once a year because I only get like a birthday cake. They haven't been putting a lot of icing on the cake, and I'm the type of guy that will just eat all icing. Like I could just eat it straight icing. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but like, I love icing. Um, they put little dollops up on the top and on the bottom, or dots, and for some reason, when you spread that to the side of the cake, that was just barely enough to actually satisfy the amount of icing that I get. And so I was like, I think they put a little bit too little, but that's just my opinion. Everybody at the house loved it, so yeah. I like cream cheese. I really don't. Buttercream's okay. Buttercream's okay. It's like I don't mind it, and I certainly wouldn't throw it up. But like, if I could choose, I would certainly do cream cheese. Well, hello there. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for being here. And I figured that if I went live later, I'm in Pacific time here in the United States. I figured that I have a lot of audience that's actually in Europe, so I figured that it would be morning about, so it would be a really good time for you guys. And I thought about that, and I certainly didn't want to just flake, you know? Yeah. I lately, for everything, I've been having strawberry. Like, I've just strawberry. I don't know why, but like, every single time I go somewhere, I always just get strawberry because their chocolate's just very mediocre. They don't know how to perfect chocolate. It just does not taste like genuine chocolate, and I feel like strawberry is hands down easier to copy per se. It's just my personal opinion, but thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, today was pretty relaxing, and um, I mean, I was thinking maybe I would go somewhere like to San Diego, and go somewhere, but like, yeah. Hi, sports. Thank you. I'm actually surprised with the amount of people that's in my live stream right now. I thought I would only have like one person, but here I have three people, so I'm thankful for you guys. Oh, yes. It is very dusty. Oh my gosh. I live on acreage. My house gets dirty so quickly. Unfortunately, because there's a lot of dust that comes in the house, it unfortunately does get very dusty. Um, those up here, that, let's restart. The ones up here, if I can point right, this is my 118 scale collection. These are like my favorite model cars here. And then these from over here, I can't point for the life of me. Those are my 124 scale model cars. I'm actually trying to downsize my 124 scale collection, so I can get. I actually have, if you can believe it, I have model cars that I still have in the box, and I have never taken them out. And I'm the type of guy that just takes my model cars out of the box, because I don't feel like you can admire them if they're in the box. Let me get updated on the chat. Oh man, dream car. So like, practically, my dream car is, it's a Mercedes E-Class. It's like a 2007 E-Class with the AMG package. That's like my practical dream car. But if I were like unrealistically talking about my dream car, my unrealistic dream car, I guess there's like two versions of a dream car, right? My unrealistic dream car would be the Hyundai Genesis G80. Am in love with that car. Like, Genesis lately has been coming out with some very sexy looking cars, I have to say. The G70, the latest one, is very nice. The G80 It's my favorite. Happy birthday to me. Is it your birthday too? Yeah, it is very hard getting the dust and out of the model cars. Not gonna lie, maintenance for these model cars is awful. It is really, really awful. I have microfiber towels that I use, but I actually don't like using them for that. And as a matter of fact, I don't really use them for that. I actually use like reading glass lens cloths to clean them. The reason why I do that is because the windshields on the model cars scratch like really easily. Don't know why, but they scratch really easily. And if I do that, it's not gonna really, it's gonna damage the model car. I have a few, and I got to. Oh, that's nice. What model cars did you get? Oh man, you want to see my collection? Oh man, it could take a little bit. I can try to show you at least a little bit of my collection, okay? I can't do all of it because my camera can only move so far. Ooh. German or Korean cars? German or Korean cars? So, pros and cons. Pros and cons, okay? German cars have been around a little bit longer. And of course, they built a name for themselves, right? When you think of a German car, you're like, ooh, German car, yes. Like, you think, hands down, luxury. You think, mechanically solid car, right? Korean car, overall image, it's not that great. However, I would say, if I had to choose between a German and Korean, I know I literally just said that my dream car is the Hyundai Genesis G70. No, not G70, G80. I know I just said that it was my favorite, but if I had to choose between Korean cars and German cars, I'd have to eliminate Korean cars and go German. Just because they're more reliable. They built a name for themselves, so I'd have to do German. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I have the one with the top down and the windshield. Oh, dang. You know, I have a BMW 3 Series M40i model. It's a 2020 3 Series. It's by Norev. I accidentally scratched it while I was cleaning it, and there's like this huge scratch that's on the windshield, and it sucks. Rebecca, hi. It's been forever. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, since you guys are here, I don't know if I'll be posting this on my channel for a little bit, but this is like true gold. This is kind of like a birthday gift to myself, and since you guys are here in the stream, you're gonna see something special, okay? Check this out. My most expensive model car to date, and it's actually in glass. This is the Ferrari 812 Superfast. It is a limited edition. I did buy it pre-used. I bought it on OfferUp. However, this thing is smoking. Oh my gosh. Not gonna lie, I did pay a pretty penny for it, but my parents gave it to me as a gift, or some money for it as a gift. They were like, I want you to buy something that you'll remember and that you'll cherish. And I'm like, model car guy, here I go. BVR is hands down one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive model car manufacturer ever known. Let's see. Why don't you open the opening features in your showcase? Do you mean, do you mean like in my model cars, or, I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, I do have to agree with you. Japanese cars, they are definitely more reliable than German cars. Japanese cars, I don't believe, have been as well as they haven't been around as long as the German cars have. However, they've proved themselves very reliable. Toyota, hands down, best auto manufacturer to date. I don't like every single car that they make, right? Not everybody is, but Toyota is so reliable. You could literally run that car into the ground and it will somehow still be running. so, so this model car was originally 400, but I did get it for 360, in US dollars. It's actually, considering that, it's a limited edition. I feel like it was a bargain, even though it's a lot of money to put down, right? Um, it's a limited edition, '01 out of 10. So there's only 10 models of them made, and I have one. I have the box. I have the certificate of authentication for it, by BBR, so I know that it's a legit model. What sucks is, I mean, I don't know if you guys would care about what if you spent this amount of money on a model car if it had opening parts, but it does not have any opening parts. I'm like, when I buy a model car, I'm someone that wants to have opening parts on it. Just because I feel like it's more realistic and you just can, I don't know. Even though I don't open the model car parts, I just like to know that they can open. Does that make any sense? Toyota is not a company for fun, besides the 86 and the Supra. But there's reliable. Yeah, it's very, very reliable. Um, they are known for the reliability. Yeah. The car came with the case. Thank God it came with the case, because if it didn't, it would be wrecked. My cats like to climb up on my desk. They even like to climb up on these shelves. Can you even believe that? Like my cat Sprinkles, she's been up on that shelf before. She's tried climbing up on this shelf. She would hop from my bed, right? She would hop onto my shelf. She would even hop onto this one too. She would hop onto that shelf. I'm like, Sprinkles, these are hundreds of dollars sitting on a shelf. But unfortunately, I don't have a lot of space in my house for model cars. So, um, I just have to work with what I have. You'd pay more for the realism. Let me see if I can. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something with my software here. Yeah, you would pay more for the realism. Um, oh, yes. Now, that I want to say something. Urus specifically, Maisto makes the Lamborghini Urus, and when I bought it thinking that it was the 118 scale, right? You guys all know, if you've seen the Maisto, if you guys seen my videos about the Lamborghini Urus and my Sam's Clubs and Costco runs, it says on the box it's 118 scale. However, for some reason, it says at the bottom it's 120 scale. Yeah, it says it's 120 scale, and I don't know why, but it really kind of just ticked me off. And so, I bought the car thinking it was a 118 scale, but it's not. And it kind of looks ridiculous with my 118 scale models, and it's certainly going to look more ridiculous with 124 scales. But I didn't know till my dad got me one for my birthday. Yeah. What color do you have for it? Because it came in two different colors. I have the gray one. There's the gray one, and then there's the yellow one. You know, I did actually, don't get mad. I did clean the Ferrari 812 super fast. I did clean it, just so that I can just make sure that it's shiny and it's not dusty or anything. I had to inspect it when I bought it. There's no way that I was gonna just buy the model car without touching it. um, because when I was inspecting it from the guy, there was actually some marks on it, like some smears on it, and I'm like, "Do you know what these are?" And he's like, "Actually, I don't know. I never took it out of the box when I bought it, since I bought it too." And so I took it out, and he had some rubbing alcohol, and I used a Q-tip, and I was just rubbing it out with that rubbing alcohol, and they came out, thankfully, because if they didn't come out, I was gonna have a really hard time putting my money down for that. Just because if I'm paying $360 for a model car, then it has to be flawless. Yeah, you have the yellow one. Yeah, the auto art one, hands down, is worth getting. I would still get it. I saw two in yellow and black. Ooh. You know, I have not seen a Lamborghini Urus in person yet, and I want to see one so bad. Like, I know the Lamborghini Urus, and I know it when I'll see it, but I just want to see it so bad. Um, it's funny because I was thinking, like, maybe for, like, my birthday or something, I could rent like an exotic car and I could just drive it around, take it to San Diego or something, like rent a Lamborghini Urus or something like that, or a Huracan or something so exotic, and just take it driving. That would be so fun, like for a day or so, and just take it on the road. Oh my gosh, that would be a birthday I would not forget, that's for sure. I am eating, so don't mind me. It's my cake. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, in LA you can definitely see them. Um, in my area I've actually seen a couple of exotic cars. I've seen a couple of McLarens. I actually did see a Ferrari one time. It was a while ago. But um oh, what one was it? It wasn't the I think it was the Ferrari California. I think it was the Ferrari California that I saw. Dang. Yeah, that would have been a cool. Oh, you know what? Okay. I don't know if he's watching, but he called me. He wished me a happy birthday. Shout out to my friend John, if you're watching. He, in my area, he was going to, I don't know if he was going to Del Taco or something, or just going shopping, but he saw this. I don't know if you guys have heard of Rivian, but Rivian is a new truck company that's coming out. He saw this. Let me see if it can focus. Jeez. I'm sorry, my camera's not really focusing all that great. But yeah, it's a Rivian truck, and Rivian is all electric. Isn't that legit? I saw it, I'm like, it was in the area. I was so excited. I was like, wow, maybe it could drive down my street. But it's all electric, no gas in it. And I heard, he told me that Amazon owns it, if you can believe that. It's an Amazon company. And Ford has a stake in it too, so it's going to be partially owned by Ford. But it's pretty cool. Oh, that's so cool. A 488, huh? I've seen a couple of Ferraris every now and then, and I was traveling out in Orange County here in California, and I saw, I think it was a Ferrari 488 as well. It was It was the Special. It was really cool. I was driving, so I couldn't take a picture of it, but it was so cool. It was beautiful. The 488 Special. Okay, let's do a little activity. So, put some cars in the oh, the 488 Pista, yes. The Pista's really cool. One was at my school. Some kid got picked up. That's funny because one of my family friends had owned a C6 Corvette, and this was when I was in middle school. It was a long time ago. But she picked me up in her C6 Corvette, and it was so fast. I remember at the time, I was not a car fanatic at the time, but when I saw it, I'm like, oh, I'm getting picked up in a cool car. And then everybody getting off the bus was like, what the heck? And so I get in this cool car, right? So trust me, this girl knows how to drive her car. She goes from 0 to 60 in a couple seconds, and I'm going like, I'm like, put back in my seat. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? And I was scared for my life. That car went so fast. But that was probably like the only car that's like one of the sports, and it's not specifically American, but like in general a luxury sports car that I've been in before and went riding in it. It was a teal color. It was like a dark green teal color. It was beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of copy what I did, what one of my friends did on Instagram. Shout out to him, Ozzy. What I'm gonna do is, sorry, I'm just checking my notifications on my phone. What we're gonna do, we're gonna put some models, some cars in the description, in the chat, and I'm gonna rate them from 1 to 10, and I'm gonna try to like do my best to realistically rate them from 0 to 10. I feel like that was fun, and he went over it, and he got such a different variety of cars. So, go ahead and start putting cars in. If it's foreign, I'll look it up. If I know it off of the top of my head, I'll just give a rating. And I'll show a picture of the car too, so you guys know what I'm going off of to rate it. I'll think of one first. This one's really random, but it's gonna be the Subaru BRZ. Is it this? Oh no, not the BRZ, the WRX. It's the sedan. So I don't know if you guys seen this car before. Let me find a good picture of it. It's the Subaru WRX. Okay. So that's the Subaru WRX. Personally, if I had to rate it from 1 to 10, I'm going to rate it a 6 out of 10. Just because I feel like it looks sharp from the front. From the back, it looks a little weird. I gave it the benefit of the doubt with the engine. You can modify that car like crazy, and it can have trim packages that are really good and really sporty. So if I were to rate that car from 1 to 10, it's going to be a 6 out of 10. I really like, I really more like American cars. Personally, I like the muscle cars. The DMC DeLorean. Alright, the DMC DeLorean. Now, everyone, when you think of DMC DeLorean, you're gonna think of Back to the Future, right? It's that car that got that, it's that movie that got that car famous, right? DMC DeLorean. DeLorean. That car was not around for a while. It's this guy. It looks like it wants to be a Ferrari, but it's more like has definitely a Japanese vibe in the front. Now, the engine is pretty cool for the time. It was good, right? Um, if I had to rate that car, it's actually gonna get a worse rating than the Subaru WRX rating that I got. I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 10. I give it a 4 out of 10 because I appreciate the amount of effort that DMC put into the car to make it unique and for it to stand out. However, it's just ugly. It's ugly. Like, front end looks like they copied it from like a Toyota Corolla and they pasted it on a mid-engine car. Not really even a mid-engine car, but it's a mid-engine wannabe car. And has the fastback look. Let me see if I can find the back of it, because the back is sure ugly. It is sure ugly. Yes. Okay. Like, no. It kind of reminds me of the 1990 Camaro back end, a smidge, just a smidge. If you guys have seen the 1989, 1990 Chevy Camaro back end, it reminds me a little bit of it, but it's not the same. Ferrari Stallone. Okay, let me look that one up. I haven't seen that one before, so I'll have to look that one up and look up some engine stats. So it's the Ferrari Stallone. Or, oh, this is a concept car. Okay. Let's see. Dang, and the thing that sucks about it is that it doesn't have any, because it's a concept car, it doesn't have any, engine stats on it. So it's all going to be based off of looks. When I see this, I don't think of Ferrari. I know I'm being a little critical, but like when I think of Ferrari, I think of luxury. I know that auto manufacturers are going to be known for like one type of how do I put it? One type of description. I know I'm not saying it correctly, but like say when you think of Toyota, if you can describe Toyota in one word, you're going to think of reliability, right? When you think of Mercedes, you're going to think of luxury as a word to define for it, right? When you think of Lamborghini, you're thinking a more sporty, right? They make more sport-oriented cars to describe that in one adjective. Ferrari, I think of luxury. I know they're exotic cars, but like their cars are not rough. This car is rough. Ferrari really keen on it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it does look good. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Ferrari Enzo a little bit. Its body shape. Let me show you the picture that I'm looking at. It looks like the Ferrari Enzo, just a smidge. I know it's not at all the Ferrari Enzo. Don't quote me that it's the Ferrari Enzo. I'm just talking about from like the middle part of the car to the back, because it looks like it has like that small little is it even the Ferrari Enzo that's that shape? I don't know. Ferrari Enzo. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Ferrari Enzo is pretty much that shape. Yeah, I'm looking at the Enzo right now. It reminds me a little bit. You saw an Enzo today. You know, that car is so, it's like very, I don't know if this is insulting, but when I think of the Enzo, I think it's like a vintage. Like, I think it's like a relic, honestly. And I don't mean that to be offensive at all. I mean it in a good way. Because the Enzo, obviously, if you know anything about Ferrari, Enzo Ferrari did create Ferrari, the car, and it was named after him. So I respect it for that, and I think it looks good. It kind of looks like it a little bit. So if I were to rate the Ferrari Stallone out of 0 out of 10, I would rate it a 7 out of 10. The looks are beautiful. It's very beautiful. I don't know the engine stats, so that's kind of up in the air. It could be electric. I don't know if it's electric. If it's electric, I would ding it more. I would definitely ding it more because I don't like when an exotic car company decides to just go electric. I feel like it takes away from the experience. And yeah, it's fast, right? Electric cars are fast, but it takes away from the experience. Like, I feel like it just takes away from the experience. If it isn't, then that's great. But I think that car just doesn't, like, it doesn't fit Ferrari image. It doesn't fit the Ferrari image, so I'd have to give it a 7 out of 10. History right there. Yeah. Fast and Furious. Yeah. You know, that reminds me of one of those cars in Fast and Furious. It's, oh my gosh. I think it's so ugly. Um Dang, what's the name of the car? Oh, it's the Lycan Hypersport. Lycan Hypersport. I can't believe I remembered it. But it is ugly. Let me show you a picture. And this is just my opinion. You guys may like it. I think it's so ugly. It looks like the Acura NSX had a baby with the McLaren. It looks absolutely ugly. Like, it looks so ugly. I prefer... Hold on, I can't read it. I prefer the Fenner. The Lycan, I thought it was cool, but when I started to look more into it, it was all over the place, and it was more for looks and fashion. I mean, I don't even like it for its looks, honestly. I think it's just ugly. Like, ugh. No. There's too many lines going on. It's not proportional. It's like the middle of the car goes in like this, and then it goes like that. Like, no. If I were to rate that car is going to get a 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. It is so ugly. I have never seen that car in person, and I don't care if I ever saw it in person or not, because it's just ugly. Just ugly. 2 out of 10. Ugly. Like, it's very unproportional. Unfortunately, this is true. Billionaires buy anything. If it's unique, they'll buy it. If it has gold on it, they'll buy it. If it has Ferrari stuck on it, they will buy it. This is true. People will buy anything these days now. So, let me look that one up. So it's the Fenner Super Sport. I'll rate that car really quick. Fenner Super Sport. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's how you say it, but... Okay. It's very similar to the Lycan Hypersport. Well, I mean, it is. It's essentially the Lycan Hypersport. It's just a different body shape. Let me see the back. The back end is nicer. That's nicer for sure. I actually like this car a lot more than I do the Lycan Hypersport. I do have to agree, the Lycan Hypersport is so ugly compared to this car. If I were to rate this car 0 out of 10, I still think there's a little too much going on with it. I would give this car a rating of 6 out of 10. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. But I still think there's a little too much going on with it. Slap a Ferrari logo on a Civic and raise the price to $900,000. Take my money. Oh, I know. Put a Ferrari engine in it, and they'll be like, sold. It's all about branding, and it's all about image. It's all about that, man. Same company with motors. Yeah. Honestly, I don't even think some people go for the looks anymore. I think they go more for, like, what's in and what's cool. Like, I know that a lot of people have been buying in my area lately, like, more practical cars. Some of those include some Volkswagen cars. Not reliable, really, but, more practical cars. Volkswagen is not very reliable. Mitsubishi is not very reliable either. I don't trust it as a car, for its car reliability. A lot of people have been buying a lot of Volkswagens. Now, I do like the Arteon. I don't know if you guys have seen the Arteon, but I do think the Arteon from Volkswagen is very cool. It's a very beautiful car. However, it's pretty much the Volkswagen CC, just with a different name. I think that car is pretty nice, but, like, how do I know and believe it's reliable? Like, its engine hasn't been around for that long, right? Oh, fun fact. I actually heard that Volkswagen is continuing the Passat in 2023. At least, I think, in America, just because it hasn't been selling all that much here. So I'm pretty sure they're discontinuing it. Yeah, the most expensive stuff is weird looking, that's for sure. Like, say I saw a Lamborghini, right? And I had seen it with a Honda badge on it, and I thought it was Honda. I would think it's the weirdest looking thing ever, right? But if you think it's if I see it as a Lamborghini, I'm like, oh, it's cool, you know? I think a lot of it has to do with perception. A lot of us see with a preconceived image about something, and when we see it, we already come up with an idea on what we want to see it as, kind of, if that makes any sense. So, a lot of things I see, they're pretty weird. Like, the 2018 Honda Civic is weird, right? I think it's pretty weird. I don't really like the car for how it looks, and it could be just because I see it as a Honda, right? But thank you, Savannah. Welcome to my live stream. Savannah is this way. One of my moderators. She is actually my sister. So, everybody say hi to Savannah. But yeah, we're just talking about cars right now. Of course. Um, so pretty much, it has to do with like preconceived image, you know. So, Santa, put a car in the chat and I'll rate it from 0 to 10. Sorry, I kind of put you on the spot. But I'm thirsty. I'm surprised you haven't said one yet. I know her favorite car. It's the Toyota 86. I'm surprised she hasn't said that yet, but I'm probably going to rate it from 0 to 10 if she doesn't say it. Ford GT Le Mans. Ooh, good one. I think of, when I think of the Le Mans, I think of the movie Ford versus Ferrari, and I don't know if you've seen that one, but I love Ford versus Ferrari. That's like one of my favorite movies, just because of the history, and I love how it reveals a lot about Ford and what its brand wanted to try to be at the time, but how they came about it just was not the right approach. However, we wouldn't have a lot of what we have from Ford today if that didn't happen, right? So, yeah, I rewatched it over 10 times too. I'm guilty. So my sister said the Mazda 3, and I love the Mazda 3. So I'm gonna show you a picture of the Ford GT Le Mans. It's so fancy. So the old Le Mans, this is the older version of the Le Mans. I actually love that body style. I actually really like that body style. I love how smooth it is. It's a beautiful car. Now the new one, the new Le Mans, I mean, it's pretty much just the Ford GT. Nothing too special about it. It's this one here. I do like the Ford GT as a car. However, the Ford GT is just, it's a wannabe Halo car. And, I mean, it is a Halo car, but it's not doing what Ford wants it to. So the Le Mans 0 out of 10 is going to get a 9 out of 10. I love that body style. I love how sleek it is. It has a wider back end. It's a beautiful car. Definitely a piece of history. Beautiful car. Mazda 3. So, there's two versions of the Mazda 3, if you guys know. There's the hatchback, and then there's the four-door sedan. I'll show you both. Mazda 3 sedan. I'll show you the sedan first, and they are a little bit different, actually. So, this is the sedan. If it can focus. I'm sorry. It's not really working out the way that I wanted it to. Hold on. Let me see if I can wipe my screen on my phone, and that'll probably help. So, Mazda 3 sedan. Hopefully that works. Come on, focus. There we go. Okay, so I'm sorry, I am a little bit behind on the chat. I will get to your question in a second, TV. But that's the sedan. And then this is the hatchback. Now, if you guys are familiar with the Mazda 3 hatchback, its previous generation, in its current generation, you guys would know that it looks completely different. And the reason why it's completely different is Mazda is going with its Kodo design language, which has to do more with it being nature inspired and being more about like animal inspired. All that jazz. And so they're going with their Kodo design language, and its Kodo design language means bringing out more curves, and its back end looks so curvy, more curvy than usual. And the back end of its previous generation wasn't as curvy as it was. However, if you can overlook that part of the car, it's beautiful. It's very sleek. There's almost no hard lines on it at all. No points, right? It's a beautiful car. Its engine, I'm just meh, very meh. It doesn't have a very sporty engine in it, and it's only like it goes up to 250 horsepower. It's not that great, but it's okay. It's just a Mazda, right? Kind of just smacked it in the face there. But if I had to rate that car, I'd rate that car, including the sedan, because the sedan shares its same engine and everything. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, just because it's a very sleek looking car. You actually pay extra for its paint selection options, just because they take pride in their paint jobs, if that even means anything. Every paint job, I don't know if it's like hand painted or something, but like you pay usually $500 extra for the type of paint that you select. But yeah, I would give it an 8 out of 10. If it included a sportier engine, something that had more horsepower in it, or if it had like a sportier trim, I would definitely give it a higher rating, but it gets an 8 out of 10. Do I like body kits? Generally, no. Generally, no. And the reason why I don't like body kits is because usually body kits are installed from the outside and you see the bolts on the outside. And honestly, I hate how it ruins the aesthetics of the car. Now, body kits done right, I don't mind it, but it has to be done right. I just, in general, don't like body kits because, especially on trucks, like Chevy trucks, they put these little plastic wheel well liner body kits on it, and it's ugly because they put bolts on the outside. They don't install it from the inside out. They install it from the outside in, and it looks ugly. So, I personally just don't like body kits. Yeah, the model, but yeah, with the cost. Oh, are you talking about the the Mazda 3? The red color for Mazda for some reason has really perfected their paint job red color. Their red is hands down one of the best reds ever made. Um, it's so beautiful. Yeah, the Mazda 3 is pretty popular here. I mean, I don't see it a whole lot, to be honest. I don't see the current hatchback a lot. However, I do see it every now and then, and I could and would own it, honestly. It'd have to be between that and the Hyundai Sonata. The Hyundai Sonata, I actually test drove that car, but it's the new 2021 Hyundai Sonata, and I drove the N-Line version. Oh, if I had the money, I would be sold. I would be driving that car right now, just because I love its looks. It looks, I know everybody says it looks like a catfish, but I honestly don't mind. I love its back end. I know it looks like a Civic, but it looks good. um, it looks like it has a fastback. Um, How's my former... Oh my goodness! Hello! You know what? I'm going to show it right now. It is doing great. This is the BMW Z4 that he is talking about. He is one of the people that I bought one of my model cars from on eBay. It is a little dusty. I haven't cleaned it in a little bit. But it is doing so good. This is by Norev. It's a 1/18 scale. I absolutely love the paint. I love the paint job. I love its black wheels. And it's so funny, but for this paint job, it has the blue calipers on it. But look at that interior, guys. Isn't it beautiful? It does have opening doors on it. I love that it has opening doors on it. The only thing with Norev, for some odd reason, is when they make the trunk doesn't open on it. You can see that it's engraved, right, but it doesn't open, which I mean, I don't find it to be that big of a deal now. And the hood does open too. Of course, I have to show what's under the hood. Thankfully, the hood opens. Now, if the hood didn't open, I'd be like, what the heck? Let me get a light going on this. But isn't that beautiful? Someone had asked if they wanted to see my collection, and I can't show off my collection just yet, but I'll pick out a couple of model cars from my collection and I'll show them to you guys. And thank you. Thank you, Vulcan. Thank you. You know, I was so close to buying your Mercedes AMG GT. I was really on the fence about it, and I put in the offer for it, and you're like, since you asked so nicely, I will sell it to you for, I think you said 190, and I didn't accept it on time, and someone else had bought it, and I'm like, gosh dang it. Because I was deciding between that car, and I was deciding between the Dodge Charger GT. That'll be another car that I show you guys in this live stream. But yeah, if you guys have any other car questions, definitely ask. I definitely have opinions to give. So, body kits. I absolutely hate body kits. It took me all of a week to miss it and go buy another one. Oh my gosh. My goodness, that's funny. I know, and like that car, the Mercedes AMG GT, you had the S one, the S version. He had it in a pearl white, guys, and it was so beautiful. It was by Norev too. I don't know if the trunk opened on that one too. I know I keep mentioning the trunk, but I believe the trunk's important too. Every other part on it opened except for the trunk. Maybe the trunk did. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think every other part opened on it. I could totally be wrong, but he had it. You had it for $220, I think, right? You had it for $220. I'm not sure, or $200. But I have to check out your eBay because I want to get it. I want to get it if you get it again. But I know you're still going through your collection and selling them. I know you're selling a lot of your 143 scales. I don't collect 143, but I'm not a fan of 143 personally. I think the 143 is just too small. It's just itty bitty. Reminds me of Hot Wheels. So it's just, I don't see myself buying them ever. Anyways, let me go ahead and get another model car to show you guys. This one's gonna be, and I did feature this on my channel, so if you want to see the full review for it, check out my my videos and check out my GT exhibit that I have saved on my channel. and I have the full review for it. I'm gonna wipe it really quick because it's a little dusty. Don't mind me. And I bought this model car from Diecast Model Wholesale on eBay. I don't know if you guys do this with your model cars, but I actually put some spray on wax on my model cars, and I know that sounds a little crazy, but if done right, it really helps preserve the paint for the car, like any other paint job on an actual car, right? Don't you just hate the feeling of looking for someone for ones that you want, but the cost is... Yeah, and if I'm being honest, the price kind of got me a little bit, but I decided, I'm like, there wasn't a lot of them on eBay, and I feel like I realized that he was selling quite a gem, and I just had to get over the sticker shock to see how much that car was actually worth it, because they have ones overseas, but they don't have it in that same color, and if they do, it's very, very expensive. So I kind of just had to hold up the AMG 4. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, I had put in an offer for it, and I was so close to getting it, but when I was at work when I submitted the offer, and then you had replied back with the offer, and with a counter offer, and then before I had time to buy it, someone had bought it, and I'm like, oh, my heart sank. Yeah, it's the AMG GT 4-door by Mercedes. It was the Nora one. But this is the GT Spirit 2018. Wait, is it 2018? It's the 2019 Dodge Charger GT. It's the SRT Hellcat trim. And I actually got it in black. I don't have a lot of black model cars, but check it out. It is gorgeous. Now, I paid $150 for it. The wheels don't really spin all that much on it. Has red brake calipers on it, and the brake calipers are actually Brembo, you can tell. But doesn't have any opening parts on it. And so if it doesn't have any open parts on it, it means it's sealed resin. Resin cars in general don't have a good rep for them, just because it's like part plastic. But I'm over that. I'm actually really over it. And as a matter of fact, I like it resin just because it brings out a better paint job. Like, this paint job on this metal car is simply stunning. Maisto model cars in general, not gonna lie, are trash. I mean, fine, like, yes, they're good because they have a good clear coat on it and a good base, right? But they're very bumpy. They have a lot of orange peel on it, you know. So for that reason, I have to smash Maisto's work for that. However, GT Spirit was pretty good. I'm on the third identical one. Have you listed it yet? It's on DMV. Oh, Diecast Model. Oh, DMV. Diecast Models wholesale for like $130 from what I saw earlier. You're kidding. We can all agree that we have too much. Yes! I have too many red model cars. Put a hand up in the chat if you have too many red model cars. Me. Let me count how many red ones I have. So I have 1. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll count one. That one is red. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm excluding my 124 scale model cars. 13, 14, hold on, 15, 16, yeah. I have 16 red model cars. Resin's just sealed the dust from getting inside. That I can agree with, yeah. It does protect it from dust. That's like the only benefit. And you know what's funny? You guys saw the Special that I showed you earlier. That one's not resin. At least I don't think it is. It could be wrong. I know. You guys can't see it, but I'm taking it out of the box. Oh, that's a hard one. And I'm actually touching it right now. It feels like metal. It feels really hard. It doesn't feel like resin. I'm gonna say that my 812 Superfast doesn't have, it's not resin. It is very hard. For some reason, a lot of the Maisto model cars are made in red. That's like Maisto's favorite color to make in model cars. Don't know why, but it is. Hang on just a second. My dog's at the door. I'll be right back. I am back. But the new red Xeon, you mentioned the Xeon, and I actually have it right here in front of me. Alright, this was going to be one sorry, this one's really dusty. I was thinking about reviewing it on my channel, but I already have a Xeon review up, so I'm not going to do it. But I have it. Check it out. Pretty legit. And the paint job on it is nice. Like I was saying earlier, it does have orange peel on it. Can you tell? Has a lot of orange peel. And there is plastic parts on it. This part is plastic. You can tell. It actually has a different tone of paint to a brighter red. If you are really detailed oriented, you can tell. I could tell immediately. Mesa did drop a few blue and white variants to the models this year. I feel like that's the color focus for this year. Yeah, I feel like it is the color focus for this year too. The GT has a new color. The Ford Mustang has the new color, white and baby blue. Has red as well. I actually have the red Chiron, but it's not the chromed out Chiron. It's the Sport Edition. It's the red Chiron with the front and back, and is black. But the red seats look good. Yes, they look really good. I don't know if you saw my Sam's Club video, but I mentioned that in the that the seats for this car looked really good. Like, for some reason, they really nailed that red color. And after inspecting it, I think it's because they didn't use just a red paint. I think it's because they actually used the paint or similar paint from this car and they used it on the seats because it's like a gloss and it gives it more depth and it looks good. Sorry, my desk is a little bit messy and you're getting a close-up on my face. Not what you guys are asking for, but sorry. Anyways, if you guys know, honestly, I gave up on selling my Nora 118s in reference to what you said. I started missing the ones I sold and bought them all back. Oh, man. You know, there was one model car that I had sold, and I kind of regret selling it. It's my 124 scale Chevy Silverado by Welly. And I miss that one a lot. But, I mean, someone bought it outright from me, and I'm not going to chase down 124s again. So, I mean, if I could keep that one around, if I could have kept that one around a little bit longer, I would. But someone bought it from me on eBay, and I don't want to cancel a listing for a model car that someone bought for outright. Unless if I literally can't find it. And I had it, so I just wanted to sell it to them, right? Honestly, my cheapest model car that I have, it's not that one. Well, so my cheapest model cars are my 132 scale model cars because I only paid $5 for those. But if I'm being honest, if I'm excluding every other scale besides 118, I don't have a cheapest model car. Just because I buy a lot of my Maisto model cars for $14.99, and that pretty much just equals them out. So my Maisto model cars are my cheapest ones. I could name a couple of them at like my Ford Mustang, my regular Ford Mustang. It's like in a sunshine orange colored a little bit. I have a C7 Corvette. I have an Audi R8 V10 Plus. It's matte black. I'm looking at these cars right now when I'm saying this. Let's see. I have a Ferrari FX XK, my Bugatti Chiron Sport Edition, my Lamborghini Gallardo. I have it in baby blue, and I have it in a sparkly black. My Lamborghini Urus is actually not included in that because I bought it somewhere else and I actually paid an absorbent amount of money for it. Paid $40 for it, thinking that it was 118 scale, and it's not. And I was really upset with that. But yeah. 6 red out of my 33 model cars with some duplicates because my parents thought my brother loved model cars. It's like the 15-ish red. Same, I have the R8 GT and Audi R8 V10. Yeah, I have it in matte black and I have it in silver. So, well, Camilo, I'm gonna have to look on Diecast Model Wholesale. I'm like, if they have it there currently, I'm gonna buy it. I love that car a whole lot. Actually, funny you mentioned that. I have a 10% off slip from them, so I may as well use it from their website. So hopefully they do. Oh, I was gonna show you guys. This was one of my birthday gifts that I got. I don't know if you guys know BMW, and you guys are very familiar with its sub-brands, and it's like the AMG of Mercedes. You guys know Alpina, right? Alpina is the ultimate luxury version of BMW. It's not more of like the M side of BMW, but more on ultimate luxury. Little bit of modification for performance, right? But it's more of like, when I think of Alpina, I think of more luxury. But I got an Alpina badge today, and this one it's still in the plastic and everything. But I got an Alpina badge. Isn't it beautiful? Still in the plastic. Too bad I don't have a BMW to put it on. Because if I had a BMW, I would put it on it. Same, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I absolutely love them. I actually have a couple other emblems that I got too. Like this one. I don't know. Like this one. This one's more like, I don't think I've seen this on a car before, but I think it's pretty cool. It's a Chevy badge. And, the reason why I'm talking about emblems is because I actually have some emblems that I've put in frames. Dang it. I don't know if my camera, it's because of this thing, it's blocking it, but if you guys look up to there, if I can point it, there's a BMW badge up there, and then over to that side there's an Acura badge there. I have a couple of shadow box frames that I've been putting some emblems in, and I've actually, if you can believe it, I got those emblems from a junkyard. And I grabbed the emblems from a junkyard. I buy it from there, and then I've been putting them in frames. Spoiler, I probably will be selling them on my channel pretty soon. Don't know when, but I think it's going to be like some custom merch, and what I plan on doing, when I can, though, I'm going to take pictures of the cars that I steal the emblems from, put the model of it on the picture, and include that when I sell them. So I think it'll be pretty cool. I think if you guys are looking for like an emblem to put on the wall or something, and to get a collection started of emblems of like a specific car brand that you'd like, I think it's pretty cool. They do have it as of right now. Oh man. Oh man. I like car badges. Sucks that the ones that I want are too much, are just not out. You found the Meso Diablo SV in black at BJ's last week. I wish we had BJ's here in America. Dude, you're in America too. I wish we had BJ's on the West Coast. I'm in California, so we have Sam's Club instead of BJ's. So, yeah, I can't go to BJ's because we don't have any nearby. But speaking of that, I don't know if you guys know, I do currently work at Target. I'm a cashier. I've been working there for almost 2 years. Not exactly 2 years, but I've been working at Target for about exactly 1 year and 8 months. And I actually now will be working at Sam's Club. So I'll be working there as a cashier. So I will be starting that job on the 18th of August. My last day at Target will be the 13th. Maisto should make the Aventador SVJ M118. You know, I could see them doing that. I don't know why they haven't done it, but they definitely could. They definitely could. Yeah, and there's a couple of my fellow YouTubers, like Rudy, not Rudy. Well, Rudy, he's in California too. No, Rudy's not in California. Rudy's out of state. I don't know what state he's in. Rudy Arenas. He makes videos as well of reviews of model cars and stuff. He posts videos of BJ's runs. He has BJ's, but he doesn't, I don't think he has Sam's Club. He has Costco, But he does BJ's and Costco's. Maybe he does Sam's Club. I could be remembering incorrectly. Maybe he does. Um, but it's been a while since I've been on his channel, if you can tell. So, but yeah, I don't have access to BJ's, unfortunately. But I know that they do sell model cars like Costco and Sam's Club does every season and now. But yeah, I'm leaving Target just because there's not enough opportunities there, and the boss who wasn't giving me opportunities, she she did leave, but but yeah, there was just not enough opportunity there, and so yeah, I'm leaving Target, and hopefully there's more opportunity at Sam's Club. Florida is in America. Yeah, I know. I said that by mistake. I didn't. I for. I don't know why I just blurted that out. Florida is in America, duh. But I know it doesn't seem like it, but I promise it is. Oh man, I know. Yeah. uh, the Sam's Club that is around me is like 1 or 2 hour drive. So why bother going there when Costco is closer? Yeah. I actually did apply to Costco to work there, but for some reason, Costco never follows up with me when I send in an application to them, and I think it's because every time I apply, they're either not hiring or they just don't hire outsiders. I mean, I don't know why. Like even at least once with my experience, they've reached out to me because um, I have a lot of experience at Target. I mean, not many years, but I have a lot of experience at Target. I was just a mere cashier, and now I'm like a manager, but not paid like it. So, yeah. I know, Florida. My goodness. I didn't even realize that second half of what you said. But yeah, it doesn't seem like Florida is in America, but I promise you it is. Oh man, that's funny. What time is it? It's 9:51 here in Cali. Currently, I have 3 people in the room, 6 likes, 38 playbacks. I'm just reading off stats. I don't know if you guys care or not, but oh, you know what? For my birthday, I got some movies. So once I get off the stream, I'm going to be watching some of the movies that I got. I love Pirates of the Caribbean, so I'll be watching the movies that I got for Pirates of the Caribbean. I got every single movie from Dead Man's Chest to Black Pearl, World's End, Stranger Tides, and sorry, someone was honking down the street, and Dead Men Tell No Tales. Yeah, my 2 new ones are Bugatti Chiron Red and Black and Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera. Yes. The Superleggera is gorgeous. I absolutely do like the Superleggera a lot. I do have the Superleggera. I have it in sparkly blue. Yeah, it's the Superleggera. You know, and it's funny you mention it because the Superleggera is one of the top end models for the Gallardo, but they haven't made the SVJ for the Aventador, and I don't know why. Maybe it could be because it's of licensing reasons, but he does Sam's, BJ's, and okay, yeah. And that's funny, now I remember it. I remember him doing some Sam's Club ones. Yeah, he does. He does pretty much everything. uh, he made a video of how to check online at Sam's Club to see if they're in stock. Boring Diecast wants to send me a message. Sorry, I'm just reading out my notifications on Instagram. Oh! Oh, yes. Camilo, thank you so much. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna follow you back. Thank you for following me, by the way. You have the BMW X5? I have that too. Dude, thank you for sending me your Instagram. Oh my gosh. You also have the Ford Broncos too. I have that yellow Ford Bronco, and I have the Badlands edition. Badlands edition. I think that's the one that's the door. It's either, I don't know. I have it in red. Let me see if I have it down here. Not in red. I lied. See, it's the Wild Track. I never took it out of the box. I intended in keeping this one. But I have the one in yellow, and I was planning on selling that one. I actually really like the silver one, personally. And then, for some reason, my Sam's Club, when I looked to purchase it, they didn't have the black. If you do feel like going for some good models, check your local BMW and Mercedes dealerships. It's funny you say that, because I checked my local BMW dealership. I have, so if you can barely see this one, let me just show it to you guys. Yeah, I'm not really handling it all that right. Oh gosh, it is dusty. I have not cleaned this one in a bit. I actually got this one at my local BMW dealership. It was actually such a steal. This one's by Paragon. It's the BMW M5. Pretty legit. I need to do a little bit of cleaning. But yeah. It looks blue, but it's not blue. It's a very metallic silver. I think they call it bluestone. The color is bluestone for some reason. Why they call it that, I don't know. But that's actually one that I got at my local dealership. And then there's actually two other ones as well. I got a total of 3 from my local BMW dealership. Got this one. Yeah, keep it. The silver Maisto did well, yeah. I'm pretty sure it did. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it did well. Sorry, I'm cleaning these model cars a little bit. I'm too embarrassed to show them with the dust on it. This was the BMW 6 Series Grand Coupe. I don't think I've featured this one on my channel yet. I have it actually filmed on my phone for the unboxing, but I just haven't felt like doing the review for it yet, at least. Has opening parts, has felt on the inside. The doors do open. If I can get it open, and I can't get it open with my nails. The hood opens though. So, yeah, I have a 7 Series too. But you know what sucks though, Camilo, is for some reason my local Mercedes dealership doesn't sell the 118 scale models that it has available on the Mercedes-Benz global website. It only has like 2 143 scale models. I was planning on getting the dark blue one or the black Bronco, the 18 scale, but yeah. So, yeah, I think it just depends on your area too. The person that I bought the BMW models from at the BMW dealership actually told me that they were going to be discontinuing the 118 scales because they don't sell well at all. There's actually some that have been sitting there for a while, from what he told me, at least like a year or two, and they haven't sold. And they actually had to send some back to BMW because they just weren't selling. Partially because, one, there isn't a lot of people that know that you can go to your BMW dealership and buy them. And the second problem is I feel like when BMW made these model cars, they were making it more for the people who wanted to buy the miniatures when they actually bought the real car, like the M5 and the Silverstone color and the BMW 6 Series. Like, they were going to buy the model car with it, and it just didn't. I mean, people, I don't think, I mean, they love their cars, but, like, I don't think some people are so obsessed like we are to have them inside as well too, right? I got them because I canceled my actual first day reservation for the Big Ben 2-door V6 in Rapid Red. Close enough. I guess the main reason that they don't sell well is people don't know you can buy the model cars from the dealerships. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they did. They made a silver one. Can you believe that? I actually got a hold of the silver one. And I was actually going to buy the black one if they didn't have the if they had it, and I would have chose the black one over the silver one. But yeah, they have a silver one. Because I've actually seen the box of model cars in the dealerships before. Yeah, the boxes are special. They're nothing like too extraordinary, but they package them pretty well, I have to say. Yeah, if you go to your local, I would try your local BMW dealership first, just because with me personally, I've had more success with my BMW dealership. I would try your BMW dealership first. You can even call them. You can call the parts and service department, and they'll be able to tell you if they have any model cars over the phone. Silverstone Metallic. I was close. I was close. The black Bronco may have been saved for Costco. Well, I've been checking Costco very faithfully, and Costco has not had any model cars yet. I don't know why Costco is late to the game. They always are. At least in my area, they're always late to the game. They wait about 2 months after Sam's Club actually releases their model cars to start selling them. I think the reason why they aren't sold yearly is so that they can create a demand for those model cars than for what they actually are. Because I feel like if they're year-round, then I feel like the demand for them is going to go really low. And I know that a lot of us, including me, we resell the model cars just so that people who can't go to Sam's Club and Costco can get them online. So they try to create a demand for it. Usually around late August to early September. Yeah, that's when Costco, that sounds about right. That sounds about when Costco starts to bring in their model cars. And trust me, since I'm working at Sam's Club, I'm gonna know when they get a new shipment in, and I am gonna be so excited for that. I love that I'll be working at the place that actually sells the legitimate model cars that I love. Sorry, I kind of just downplayed all other scales, but I love 118 scale, okay? Target sells model cars too, but they only sell like the 132 scale and the 124 scale. So, I'm just not a fan. Costco in Australia. Yes, dude. I don't know if you know the House of Cax. He posts a bunch of random stuff But he did post a video of his Costco in Australia getting it super duper early, and I'm like, bro, what about me? What about me? On the Costco app, it says, yeah, funny you say that, because that's since Rudy had said to check on the app for model cars. I have the Costco app, and I checked to see if they had any model cars, and it's funny because they sell the 2 packs of them, and it's online only. It's not in the warehouse, so it's like from another, I don't know, from a distribution center or something. So it's pretty annoying. Sorry, I know I'm like frustrating myself, and I'm probably frustrating you guys a little bit. I keep bumping my desk because my leg keeps hitting it, and I have my legs folded, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna be better. My desk is not all that stable. And I actually have my I need to get my computer battery. My desk is not all that stable, and my computer is on a stand right now, so. Oh, I'm gonna show you guys. I have this one too. I saw this one, and I was blown away. They have this one in blue, and then they have it in matte green. Yeah, they have it in a matte green. Yeah, House of Cax is, I don't know. I feel like his channel is just all over the place. He mostly does contents of shoes, and I like shoes, but I don't watch videos of shoes, so, it's just content I'm not interested in. But every now and then he posts some videos of model cars, and that's why I'm still subscribed to him. Yeah, I have the matte green for the Lamborghini Sion. I have that in matte green. When I went to Sam's Club, they didn't have the matte green Sion at the time. Hopefully they get it soon, but they don't have it. So. Sorry, I'm just checking some stuff on my phone. So, but I don't know if I, like, with model cars and stuff, I'm running out of room. I love model cars, but, like, I just don't have the space for it at my house right now. Hang on just a second. I have to grab my computer charger. BRB. Let's do this one. Okay. Almost there. Almost there. Don't worry, computer. You'll be charged. Thank you. You know, I'm not, so I pretty much been drawing my whole life. However, I had watched a couple of videos from, oh, what's his name? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. I've been, hang on just a second. Why is Lenovo showing that? Artville. His name is Artville on YouTube. Check his channel out. It's pretty legit. He does card drawings, and my realistic card drawing technique was from him. That's how I learned how to do exactly what he did, and it's actually funny because some of the model cards, some of the cards that he drew, I drew as well. That would be next to impossible to trace. I basically took a ruler and I did measurements, and I did it by scale. Room full of shelves, still aren't enough. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's not true. No, it's true. I can't speak tonight, guys. I can't speak tonight. It's true. It's very true. It's rooms full of shelves are just not enough, and no, it's not enough. As stupid as it sounds, they also sell 1/18 scales too. I got the volcanic orange F56 Cooper S from the mini showroom attached to my local dealership. Bro. That's ridiculous. That's close enough to a BMW. You know, I'm trying to think if my BMW dealership has a Mini attached to it. I don't think it does. I don't think it has a Mini attached to it because I didn't see any Mini cars in the dealership. That's close enough to a BMW. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there isn't any that I know of around in the area. I can't draw cars, although I know how to draw. I think I've watched Artville before, so I'm not sure if you're mentioning. Yeah, that's the same person, Vulcan. That's the same person. As a matter of fact, let me show you some of the cars that I've drawn. I'm going to move my webcam, so bear with me, guys. Okay. Let me move this one. You'll also see some of my model cars as well. So this one I drew. You'll find this exact same car on his channel too. But that's the Ferrari 812 super fast. I drew that one by hand. And that wasn't the first one that I drew. It was the second one, I think. But I drew that one. And then this one I drew as well. This one's not on his channel, but I drew this one. This one was hard. That one was really, 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 really hard to draw. And then I drew this one too. This one's a Mercedes C230 compressor sport. I also drew a Lamborghini, and I drew a 1998 Chevy Camaro IROC. So I am wondering why I haven't subscribed to Artville yet. Nice to hang behind your cars. I want to do the same thing, but the logos when I have enough for a little exhibit. Yeah. Sheesh. Sorry, I keep bumping the desk. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing too. I've honestly just been too lazy to put my emblems in a shadow box. I actually have a lot of emblems. I have a Chrysler emblem. I have a Lincoln emblem, Pontiac emblem, Mercury emblem. I have a Ford emblem. I have a couple of Lexus emblems. I actually have another Mercedes emblem. I have what else? I can't think of anything else. I actually don't have a Subaru emblem. Oh, legit. Okay. Thank you, Camilo. Awesome. Live and let Diecast on Drive Tribe. Oh, cool. Okay. Wow. Legit. Dude, your current ride is pretty sweet. Yeah, your former ride is really cool too. I can see like German cars. If that's I would say that's a pretty fair statement to say you like German cars. I love your current ride though. Camilo, that car is so sweet. Mmm. Ooh. Sorry, I'm kind of if you don't mind, if it's okay with you, I'll show everybody your profile on Drive Tribe. Um, or I can just put the link in the description too, or on the channel. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sold. I'm gonna have to get it. Ooh, that is so nice. I didn't know that Diecast Metal Wholesale sold the AMG GTS. Thank you, Vulcan. Yeah, that one is hands down my favorite that I've drawn. Um, it's my favorite, I would say. Gonna move this camera just a little bit. Face it down. There we go. What's your guys' favorite model cars that you guys own? I mean, for me personally, my favorite model car that I own, hands down, is my most expensive one. It's my Ferrari. It's that 812 Superfast that I showed you guys earlier. That's my favorite. And it's my favorite because it's my most premium model car that I own. Um, If you guys probably already know, but Maisto is already discontinuing its Ferrari model cars that it sells. They're not going to be making any new ones, so they won't be There's not a possibility for them making the 812 Superfast in the Maisto edition, unfortunately. So that's my favorite one because it's not a Maisto or a Brago either. So what's your guys' favorite model cars that you own? Okay, I'm gonna show Camilo's profile on Drive Tribe. I think it's pretty cool. So this was what I was looking at. So that's pretty legit. It shows former rides. Ah. It shows his dream rides and his former rides. Yeah, that RS6 Avant is pretty sweet. That is so cool. Now, I've been considering getting the Norev A8 or S8, whatever you call it, whatever Norev calls it. I've been thinking about getting it, but I haven't gotten it lately, or yet, at least. It's funny because I'm not very familiar with Drive Tribe. Camilo did mention it to me one time. I looked at his profile, but I haven't looked at Drive Tribe a lot lately. Yeah, the Biargo Bugatti Devo. You have it in the red and black, right? It's a great model. I have the dealer edition in Mythos Black. I'm waiting for my second one to arrive. It's so funny. I thought you were saying you were trying to get rid of your 118 scales. Because you were like, I remember the last time I talked, or a couple times ago when I talked to you, you were like, yeah, I'm downsizing my 118 scale edition for my 143 scales. But see, I mean, if you get 118, you stay with 118. 118 is just pretty awesome if you ask me. And the Maesto Super Leggera, which is one of my favorite starting models. And I love the sturdy seatbelt. Yep. Yeah. That one is really nice. The Super Leggera it's very exotic, and it doesn't have too many hard and crazy lines on it, you know? They're so fragile, so I'm back to the 118 train. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh my goodness. And it's funny because the 143 scales just reminds me too much of the Hot Wheels. Like I mean, they look alright, but literally I'm sorry, they look like Hot Wheels. They look like they have the detail of Hot Wheels, and they're the size of Hot Wheels, so I'm not interested in getting them. That I nearly had 150 of them. This Q5 won't pay. This Q5 won't pay itself, right? Oh, man. Yeah, I was thinking about getting a new car, but practically I can't afford it. I mean, I could do it, but I mean, practically, is it a good idea to get a new car right now? Maybe. Maybe. It's so tempting because a lot of people at work are always getting new cars and stuff, and it drives me nuts because I drive a 2005 Honda Accord. It's nothing fancy. Let me show a picture of it. And trust me, since I'm a car geek, I take really good care of her. She gets treated very well. Let me find a good picture. She don't has a name, so don't ask me if she has a name. I just called it a her. That's my car. That's pretty much my car. I have a couple of chrome accents on it and stuff like that. It's a 2005 Honda Accord hybrid. Nothing fancy. Gets okay gas. Um, but when I was talking about like a practical dream car, my practical dream car that I could buy pre-used is a Mercedes. I would get the Mercedes E-Class. I'd prefer it with the AMG package, but I would get an E-Class. That's what I would want to get. I would want to get the 2006 or 2005. Maybe if I keep saving up a little bit more and I don't buy any model cars. Because, trust me, these model cars are expensive. And see, I feel like all of us can relate in some way. I feel like if you try to buy them and you resell them when they're used, I feel like the market for it is very unpredictable, honestly. I have sold some cars on Mercari, that brand new, unused. And I would recommend Mercari to sell my model cars because I've sold a lot on there. And as a matter of fact, for me, when I've listed my model cars on eBay, I've only sold like one on there. And I haven't made a lot of money off of eBay because they take so many fees away. And the shipping on Mercari is extremely dirt cheap. Like, extremely dirt cheap. If you're in America and you have Mercari, I'd recommend you install it right now. It's only like $6-7 sometimes to literally get a model car shipped to you. Depending on how much you're paying for the model car, it's just worth it. It is not worth buying a new car right now. I want to buy one. I like just when I test drove the Hyundai Sonata N line, and it has a Genesis engine in it. It was fast. It was a sporty little thing, and it sounded really cool. Yeah, I was really close to getting that car. It was really close. But my parents were like, nope, you're out of your mind. So I didn't get it. But Auto Art has been sitting for ages on every platform, even at a decent price. You have it listed right now on eBay, right? I feel like I saw it on eBay. I hit send before finishing that thought, but everything is so close to MSRP with next to no room for discounts. It's funny you say that because when I was looking at the I drew a brain fart. Yeah. When I was looking at the Hyundai Sonata N line, the only offer that they had for it that I would consider, I would have to finance it through the dealership. It's 0% APR for 60 months. And yeah, that sounds great and everything, right? But like, I'm pretty sure they would add some other fees to it to make the money back. It's just not worth it. Even though I would love getting a new car, it's not worth it. How about your dream SUV that is somewhat affordable? You know, honestly, even though SUVs are making a really, really strong comeback in the market right now, I'm just not an SUV person. Like, I admire the luxury SUVs. I love the Mercedes SUVs. I love the Audi. I love the Audi Q8. Like, that one is so gorgeous. I love the Audi Q8. But I'm just not an SUV person. I'd have to think about that one for a minute or two, actually. My dream SUV that is somewhat affordable. It's gonna be pre-used. It's gonna be pre-owned. That is somewhat affordable. I was gonna say the X5, and the X3, but they're pretty ugly. Honestly, when they came out in the early 2000s, they were pretty ugly. The X3 was very dastard. Like it was just disastrous. Um, the X5 was okay, but the X3 was just disastrous. I mean, the SUVs just back in the day, they just were not that great. But if I could get a dream SUV that is somewhat affordable, I would probably get a Chevy Tahoe, or a Suburban. Um, I would probably, if I was going to invest in an SUV, it would have to be one of the like 1997 Suburbans. And those are extremely popular. Those, like, people will just keep rebuilding the engines in them, rebuilding the transmissions. They'll literally just keep replacing the parts on them. Like, I don't know what it is with them, but they're just extremely popular. The SQ5 or Macan are probably the best choices for that. Yes, the Q8 is so nice. Yeah. Do I have a favorite classic car? Um, Good question. Well, I can't consider my dad's Camaro a classic car. He had a 1980s. It was either a 1989 or a 1987 Chevy Camaro IROC. That car is so gorgeous. But it's not a classic car because classic, by definition, is more of 1950 and 1960. Um, oh, Chevy Impala. Sorry, that was yeah. My classic dream car is a Chevy Impala. I absolutely love those cars. I love its back end, and I love the taillights on it, that body style, the front end. Yeah. I don't know why I don't really think about classic cars, so that took me a little bit, but like my classic dream car is a Chevy Impala. That's like I love the Chevy Impala. I don't know the specific year of the one that I like, but it's like the 1950s one. The Chevy Impala is hands down gorgeous. Mine is my Tio's 747 Chevy panel. Wow. That is so legit. Sheesh. Man, that's old. But that's so cool. Like the thing is it's like with the older cars, it's like you can't really, it's not practical, I'm like, if I'm gonna spend money on a car, I need something practical. It can be something on the lines of luxury, and because luxury is more accepted now as practical, right? Classic cars are just not always the best practical cars, so that's why I don't think about it so much, but that's I admire them though. Matte black. Ooh, matte black. Matte black, and we cruised it in graffiti. Wow. Interesting. Ooh. Auto World and green light. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Auto World is 164, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's 164 too. Um, Let me find out really quick. Auto World. Yeah, it looks like they're 164. No, I don't like them. So, and now that I think about it, is the 164 the size of the Hot Wheels, or is 143 the size of the Hot Wheels? I'm a little confused. I don't like the 143, and I don't like the 164. Okay, so they are 164. No, I don't like them. Me personally, I just like, in general, I just like they could probably have a lot of detail on them, and they do have detail on it somewhat, but I feel like if I have something so small, I can't admire it. I'm gonna very much forget about it. 164. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them, personally. They're just too small. See, like, when the model cars are bigger, I feel like you can take more time and look at it and appreciate it more, because there's more work put into it, bigger effort into making it, and the 164 is just too small. Like, if you wanted to look in the interior of that, you can't. You can't open it. There's no opening parts on it. It's just a no for me. I think I'm gonna stay live for, I think at 10:50 I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. But I'm gonna stay live for a little bit longer, so I can get some watch hours as well. I know that I don't live stream a lot, but I'm like, I just don't know if I'm really convinced that my live streams are good for my brand, for the channel. I mean, I wanted to do something special, and then I can decide, I love that. I love live streaming. Before I changed my brand image of my channel, I live streamed all the time. Have you been up to date with the upcoming Nora of 118 releases? No, actually. I follow someone who does updates on them, and I've seen a couple of the ones that they're releasing, but I can't remember them off the top of my head, actually. Do you know which ones they're releasing? Because I don't remember, actually. But until I can figure out some way to incorporate live streams into my YouTube channel's image, I won't be doing them very frequently, so this is like a like a special thing that I'm doing right now. But yeah, I think I know that I have an idea on how I could do it, but I just don't know if I can commit to it yet. I'm dying for that W220 and S600 and the upcoming R230, SL500. Dude, you know a lot. Sheesh, I'm gonna have to look that up. These sound like some Mercedes. W220. So, Norev W220. Oh, yes. Okay. It's a S-Class. You know, it looks alright. I mean, I wish it had it doesn't look like it has the AMG package on it. I wish it had the AMG package on it. Maybe it does and I'm wrong, but, it's probably because of its wheels that it doesn't look like it has the AMG package on it. Okay, so that's the W20. The S600. Duh. Okay, I'm not even thinking. I just like you're putting the Mercedes ones that you're putting model you're putting next to the specific model. I'm sorry. I'm not dumb. I'm just sometimes I just don't put two and two together. The YouTube live showcase. I think that's the way to do it. Alright, Vulcan. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and create that playlist. Let's save this one to a playlist. It's going to be the YouTube live exhibit. I'm modifying a little bit. Modifying it a little bit because it's my whole channel is the showcase, and I refer it as like a museum. That's why I call my channel the Diecast Showcase, because I figure it like as a museum, and all the playlists that I have are called exhibits. So, like for instance, I have the GT Spirit exhibit, and I have the El Corto exhibit, which is my YouTube shorts. I have the Costco exhibit, the Sam's Club exhibit, Norev. You know, that stuff. One of them is an S55 AMG, but pre-facelift. Dang, I wish it had the flashiness of it, though. That's, so like, oh, it's funny. I'm going to show it, because there's this one pre-owned Mercedes that's on Craigslist. I've been eyeballing it like crazy because it's the AMG, not pre-listed one. Dude, did he remove it? It's the S55 AMG. Let me see if he reposted it. Mercedes S55 AMG. And it was not, I loved it. It's just not, it's, dang it. I think he removed it. Gosh dang it. I think he probably sold it. But it wasn't the pre-lifted facelift. It had the good one. It had, like, in my opinion, the good one at least. Let me show you a picture of the one that I really like. It was a 2005 Mercedes S55 AMG. I think that was it. Yeah, this was the one. See, this car is like, it is stunning. That's like my like, I absolutely love this car so much. Hopefully it focuses. And if Norev was making that in a model car, I would be so excited for it. But it doesn't have the AMG wheels. Like, it has those big ol' wheels on it, those chunky wheels. And I'm not a fan of the chunky wheels, per se. My cat Sprinkles wants some attention. Alright, guys, say hi to my cat Sprinkles. This is the cat that likes to climb on my shelves. Huh, Sprinkles? You like to climb up on my shelves, huh, Sprinkles? Huh, Sprinkles? You're just so cute. You're just so cute. Bring a trailer. That's an excellent place to waste time. Oh gosh. I know what you mean. It's just like Craigslist in general. It's just you can find some junk cars there. And my dad was literally saying the same thing. He's like, "Don't get it." He's like, "You're gonna be. It's a money pit. It's a money pit." She is so cute. Sprinkles, what you doing? What you doing, Sprinkles? Yep, Sprinkles is my girl. There's nothing more expensive than a cheap Mercedes. Mmm. Yeah. Well, and it's funny because the guy that was asking, he was asking 8,000 for the Mercedes that I was looking at, and it was that one. It was the one that I showed you guys. It had 150,000 miles on it. It was pretty mint. It had chrome wheels on it. Um, it was nice. But yeah, my dad was saying that if something were to break down, the parts are really, really expensive. And the thing is like if you're buying a sports car used, you have to assume the worst because people drive those cars really hard. If especially since an AMG, you better believe that they were flooring it very frequently in that car. So my dad was saying that it's just not worth it to get a a used car that has a sports label on it or a sports car, period, like a Ford Mustang or something like that. Like, it sucks because I love that car. It's huge. It's fast. It has almost 500 horsepower on it. It's a 120,000 car, $1,000 car for 8,000, but the price for everything is still 420,000. Yeah, that's the problem. Um, See, I don't know why. Well, I mean, I do know why they still have the parts for it so high. But it's just ridiculous that the inflation for them still hasn't like it. The inflation for used parts is high. It's high for those cars. I think it's sad seeing a new car already racked. Oh, bro, I had seen I literally when the new Supra came out, there I was driving in a local city nearby, and I literally saw a Toyota Supra wrecked. It was on the opposite side of the street, and it got like side sideswiped. The bumper on the back was toast, and the side of the car was just completely wiped. Um, what color was it? Oh, I don't remember, but I remember seeing the Supra, and it was just I think it was blue. Now that I think about it, it was blue. It was a blue Supra, and it was brand new too, and it was completely wrecked, and I was so bummed about it. And that was like my first time seeing an expensive car that and new car too that got wrecked. It's pretty sad. But yeah, the used car market is really odd, man. Like I said earlier, I've been looking for a Mercedes E class. I've just a lot of them. The problem is in my area, a lot of them are resellers. So a lot of these cars have been bought at an auction, and they're just making money off of these cars. They act like they know the history of it, but they're just like, I have for sale an AMG E class, cold air conditioning, runs well, heated seats, right? It's all the bells and whistles, right? But they don't know any history. They weren't like, oh, it's the first, I'm the first owner, or I'm like the third owner, right? They don't tell you any information on the type of history that it has on it, or like what it was used for. Like, was this car for work, or was this car for personal home use? That that means a lot when you're buying a used car. And I was really close to buying the class too. But when I had went to buy it, the guy left out a lot of details on it. The car was sitting out in the sun for 3 years. He was using it, and it looked all right. Like, it looked okay, but like, you can tell the car was neglected. Like, the plastic trim on the car was cracking. There was paint fade on the driver's side rear view mirror. Um, yeah, it was showing its signs of age, and so he left out very important details of the car. So for that, we passed on it. But that literally, that's my point. You just never know about used cars, unfortunately. Basically, all the stuff I heard when my dad was getting his used car. My dad is really, really, I mean, really meticulous about his looking at cars. Like, my dad will look at used cars, but my dad's a mechanic, but he just doesn't do it for a living. He's a handyman, but he knows almost the ins and outs of, like, he knows how to tell if something's going bad in a car or not. Um, he knows he knows almost everything to look for in a used car, and I don't. I'm only 21. I don't know how to look for signs of wear and tear in a car. I'm just not that type of person. I'm more of cosmetics. Like, I mean, my dad's not that type, though. So, we're a perfect balance. So, like, I'll look at the cosmetics, and my dad will look at more of the mechanical side, which is perfect because I'm literally obsessive about every single detail. Scratches, dings, fade, everything. I'm very meticulous. So, where my dad's like, if if I'm gonna get a used car, he has to come with me. Like, I won't go look at a used car without him. So, I mean, I've had two cars ever since I started driving. My first car was a 2001 Chrysler 300M. Um, the guy that I bought it from did say he bought it from an auction. I bought it for $500. Such a deal. The car was in terrible shape though. Like, there was paint fade everywhere. The seats were ripped inside, but it was spacious and it lasted me for about 2 years. And then I have my current car, my 2005 Honda Accord, and maybe like I've done two maintenance jobs on it. I've done the timing belt done on it, and I've done the engine oil and filter replaced on it. Um, so I've just been making sure that my used car is staying in good condition. Alright, guys. It's 10:53, so I'm gonna get going. I really appreciate that you guys came in and hung out with me for as long as you did. I honestly didn't think I was gonna get any traction with this live stream. So, I'm very thankful for you guys. Thank you for sticking around. Hopefully I can do another live stream soon. I don't know when I'll be doing it. But hopefully I can do it soon. I mean, especially with this new part-time job that I'm starting soon. It's not full-time. I'll have more time to focus on my channel and everything, which is good. And so hopefully I can figure out some time and work some time into making some live streams for you guys. Yeah, my first used car was, oh my goodness. I loved its body style. If it was in perfect showroom case condition, I would love it. It was beautiful. It was a swanky little thing, but it was a piece of rolling junk at the same time. So, yeah, you can't expect much out of your first car. So, when you get your first car, it's going to be a piece of junk for the most part, except if you're rich. If you're rich, you probably will be getting a good first car. Thank you, Camilo. Alright. Bye, Unknown. Bye, Camilo. Bye, Vulcan. Bye, everybody, if you're here in the chat. I hope you guys have a great night. Keep an eye out for my latest videos that I'll be making. I actually don't know what I'll be working on next for my next YouTube video. But hopefully I can get one soon. Thank you guys for tuning in and for hanging out with me. This really helped out my night and everything. I'm glad that I did this. So, good night, guys, and I will see you all later.